So this is my identity in a box, and it kind of looks a little bit different than a physical box. I really wish I could have made a physical box, but unfortunately I'm out of town, and all the things I would have wanted to put in there I don't have currently with me. But I decided to do a makeshift one that has all the things I would have actually put in, physical things that I do own in it. So let's get started. First, I wanted to look what was inside it, look what the outside of the box was before we opened it up, right? So this is who I am on the outside. People who might not know me so well, what I appeared as, I guess, the first instinct that people might have, the first thing that people might pick up on. I put American. I would say that I am obviously American. I have an American accent. I grew up only speaking English, and um, I've been told sometimes I've been be kind of loud and other American stereotypes. So I definitely put that one in there. Other things are like girly and young, white, and therefore privileged, healthy. I think all of these things people can look at me and immediately put together or assume. Um, and Mormon is also I put on there. Now that is by my faith. Um, Although we don't really refer ourselves as Mormon, that's more of a name that was given to us, members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. But I think on the outside, that's what people um, bring to or look at me as. So those are just some of the many of the elements, not necessarily narrowed down to three, but definitely my physical ability, my nationality, my religion, my age, my gender, all of those things I think are kind of, um, yeah, what people immediately think of when they see me. But when we open up the box, and this is just three little things that represent three of those categories. If we actually opened up the box um, into my identity, I feel like there would be a lot of stuff. But these are three of the things. I mentioned my religion earlier on the outside of the box, even though it might not be the most obvious thing. People first see it is something that sticks out and people remember about me. So I think it has absolutely, especially socially, become a part of my identity. Um, so there's the Book of Mormon. In my church, we read the Bible as well, but the Book of Mormon is, I think, what differentiates me from a lot of other people, especially in the South. Um, but I think the reason why it has such an impact on my identity is because of the the reactions that other people have had, mostly negative, unfortunately. I've definitely learned to stick up for myself and to really have a testimony in what I believe in, and that it is truly my decision and my beliefs that I have on multiple occasions had to stand up for. Um, and with that being said, one of the questions on the worksheet was, what are what is something that you might be a little uncomfortable to share, and that's definitely one of them. It's something I'm working on is um, being fully proud of who I am, because I am proud of my faith, to people who I know will accept it. But I've I wouldn't say made the mistake, but I've shown that pride and that, um, I guess, how much it means to me to people who do not have that respectful mindset, and it's hurt my feelings a lot when people come up to me and openly judge. But um, I would say that that is something I'm working on, is being more comfortable sharing this part about myself. So that represents um, religion, my religious affiliation, of which I've definitely experienced a lot of, yeah, negative, I would say, um, discrimination. Big Al is on there, as you can see. So yeah, this is a Big Al plushie that I think, when I was thinking of things that I own that represent um, who I am in terms of my age, I would say, okay, even though college is open to all ages, I think everybody in my age group that I know, minus a few people, are all entering their college career or whatever the education it is to get them to their career. And for me, that's obviously UA and Roll Tide. So that's, I think, that that Big Al plushie. Um, if I could think of something that really represents my age, other than something obvious like a birthday candle or something, I think this really represents the season of life that I'm in. This college, campus living, and all the experiences I've had with that over the past year and a half. And then the last thing I put in the box was an eyelash curler. It's my favorite makeup product, if you can call it a makeup product. Um, and I put that in there to represent gender. Gender is different from sex. It's socially constructed, right? So this makeup in the large, I guess in the American perspective, is how a lot of people can define who identifies as a woman or yeah, and who doesn't. Obviously, there's so much more to it, but makeup is a way that I express my femininity, and I enjoy putting it on, especially curling my eyelashes. I would say I was gifted with nice long eyelashes, but they're straight, and I love curling them, and I love expressing my femininity and making myself look pretty in that way, as shallow as it may seem. So this is the inside of my box. Just a recap. The Book of Mormon represents my religion. Big Al represents my age, and the eyelash curler represents my gender. Um, and going back to the outside of the box, these are just a few things that I think stick out to other people immediately. Um, the things that they see about me. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you learned a little bit more about me. Bye.